And at this point in time, we are taking a look on something very, very important. Promise Mkwananzi weighed in on the issues of unity, and he explained quite well what it means to have unity in a nation. He says the elite are driven by self-interest, whereas the generality are driven by common interests. The divisions occurred at the top elite level, as they always do, and the base remained intact, as it always does. The unity we seek is the unity of common purpose, the common denominator of which is the base. Once the base is united behind its undisputed leader, Nelson Chamisa, under the auspices of common purpose, everyone else can be a part of this grand coalition in their personal capacity and at their own volition. That is the proposed formula for unity that will insulate the movement from future infiltration, rupture, and fragmentation. It's very important for us to note that this is something which is very, very important when we talk about unity. He has actually touched key issues when we have to talk about anything called unity. Unity is not personal. Unity is not for individuals. Unity is not for the elite. We have seen Joshua Ngomo uniting with Robert Mugabe, but that unity did not resolve the underlying challenges between the Matebele and the Mashona people. We still have a problem. Gukura Huntu was never addressed. Equality was never addressed. And Joshua Ngomo went to the grave without his properties returned to him, which were seized by ZANU-PF. ZAPU properties were never returned to the owners. Those are some of the issues we need to highlight when we're talking about this thing of unity. We saw in 2005, 6, 7, 8, Waushmengube walking away from everyone else with party assets, money, and everything. In 2008, we saw what happened in but post to 2013 elections, we saw these people coming back to unite under Morgan Tsvangirai. It's not the people who came back to unite. It's the leaders who came back to unite. And up to 2018 elections, 2023 elections, we have the same situation repeating itself. The PDP faction yakabudana na BT ndo inana mafume right now vari kuita maslogan eZANU-PF vari kumhanya kunopinda pama ideology lessons eZANU-PF kuchitepo school. So when we look at it in that picture, you would understand what Promise is saying right here. You would get the clear picture of what Promise is saying right here. To say, this issue of unity cannot be an issue of individuals at the top who are in politics for their own personal benefits and their personal gains. Antopinda politics achitori ne aim, ne mission. Ekuti ndoda kuzodai ndigodai madhira angu. Yet we will continue to have people at the bottom of everything, the voters. They will continue to suffer, they will continue to have problems. Let us fix that by uniting the base. The voters must unite. That is what we must focus on. So when it comes to the issues of unity, I agree with Promise. It must be an issue of the people. The people must unite. Vote for a common cause and for a common purpose. That is to vote for change. Whoever brings another thing, then is not fit to be part and parcel of Zimbabwe going forward. We really need change, not change which will come with further disputes. No, we need change which will come with the development, which will come with pro-people policies, which will come with thinking about the people first. I have said this. I have seen people committing themselves to fund the struggle. I have seen people committing to the struggle. Muna sacrifice kubadra $200, $300, $50 $60 ari one to fund the struggle, kuti struggle inge ichifamba ichiendera kumberi. That is sacrifice. Then you are told by someone that kune munhu ari kuti ndiri kuda shanduko muZimbabwe. Ouya achiti ari kuda shanduko muZimbabwe kudaro, oti ndoda kunoita agent ndinodefenda vote. But ari kuexpecta kubhadharwa nemusangano nemari yadonetwa nevamwe vanhu vasacrifiza pamari dzavaifanira kupa vana vavo, pamari dzavaifanira kutengera vabereki vavo, pamari dzavaifanira kuita zvimwe zvinhu. You want those people to pay you to defend the vote. So what are you going to do as an individual if you can't sacrifice a day? Day one. You can't sacrifice a day to go and defend the struggle for free. So that is the kind of people we have. How do we find those people? We get them because they are friends of the people who will be representing you in the elections. So they don't care about anything else. They care about being agents. They care about being very close. They are looking and aiming kuti kana nyika ikazonaka. They are not looking for the welfare of everyone else. That is the biggest problem which we have. But if we unite with the best, with the people, you will find volunteers, people who say, I don't want any cent from you. I will go to defend the vote. Munhu anotomuka kumba kwake otobikirwa lunch box yake nemukadzi wake opekerwa, otobereka bag rake otoenda. Oti kana musangano ukashaya chikafu, I will feed myself. Oisa kadola kake paside mushangano ukashaya chikafu ndichatenga drink rangu $1. Oenda unorara akasvinura achidefenda vote. We can only find those people when we are united with the base, when we were united with the people. Because there are so many people who wanted to volunteer to be agents, but didn't get the opportunity because these captured people at the top, unity, this unity, that, they facilitated their own friends and families to be agents so that they benefit. That is the difference. That is the difference we are going to have by uniting with the people, uniting with the base. When we unite with the base, you are going to find the people who are going to say, I am going to Mzarabani to make sure that I campaign, I fight for change in that area, I educate people in that area. You find volunteers who go to Menez. You find volunteers who go to Bikita. You find volunteers who go to Chivi. Why? It's because the base has been united. It's because the top leadership yatanayo iri authentic. Tine chinhu one decision iri kuitwa yobva yafadza munhu wese base robva rabatana towards that. So you'd see the importance of this, and you see an improvement when it comes to the issues of change. Let us respect the base. Let us respect the people who are voting. That is the reason why when you see change coming, or when you see people being voted in, they don't prioritize schools in villages. They don't prioritize water points in villages, clinics in villages. They don't. They continue to prioritize development where there is development already. That is true. In Harare, you'd see them fighting for additional schools, yet we already have schools in Harare. We can't continue to transfer our kids from the rural areas to Harare or to the urban areas to seek better schools. Why can't we build and develop better schools in the rural areas such that vanodzidza vari kwavari ikoko? That must be the idea. So the idea of the elite is pavari ivo ndo pavari kuda kuti zvinhu zvese zvirambe zvichitenderera, everything must be centered around them. But the president also Chamisa instilled a new ideology of decentralization of power, which means power is now in the hands of people in the village who can now draft a budget in their own village. They can draft a budget under President Nelson Chamisa. So that is something which is different, because the elites, they will say, you are now stealing our roles and the responsibilities of drafting budgets. It's because whenever they do budgets which serve themselves. I want to give you an example. Budget for Zimbabwe is at 7.8 billion United States dollars. 75% of that budget, it goes into the pockets of the elites and individuals. 75%. 25% is then distributed to the health, distributed to the education, distributed to the roads. That is the reason why we don't have development. We will continue to suffer. So we need that to be fixed by decentralizing this issue of power. That is what President Nelson Chamisa was doing when he started to say, "Munhu wese tiri kuenda pa village level, ndo patiri kunotangira ipapo." So when you see them attacking him, they are attacking the position of decentralizing power, of making a minister just a common person like you, who must be driving a Honda Fit or a Datsun Go. That is the common. That is the reason why they are fighting Nelson Chamisa left, right, and center. Is because they are saying you want to give more resources to the people and less to us. So because of that, they vowed with Nelson Chamisa will never be president. We know about these things because we have been seeing the Chitika live and direct. Sometimes we don't talk about certain things for certain reasons, but we know about what we're talking about. So it is what it is in Zimbabwe. When we are talking about this issue of change, of unity, of whatever, the unity must be people-centered unity, not individualistic unity. If you believe in Nelson Chamisa, then enda kwa chenda mbuya, enda kwa dotito, enda kupi, wotanga kundoshanda uchishandira shanduko, expecting nothing in return except change for everyone. That is the reason why President Nelson Chamisa brought a new slogan, for everyone, not for individuals. So it's very, very important for us as a people to note this, and change will come to the nation of Zimbabwe. Let us continue to support President Nelson Chamisa.